everyone, and welcome to Zerneki's Random Things, because everyone deserves a little random in your life. As you can see, I've started a second playthrough. I'm doing Enigmatica 6. I have probably mispronounced that, but that's okay. Done a little bit of work. Everyone knows how to start off Tinkers. This is just a random reward, and you start off with Waystone, so there's that. Made a cutting board just to get myself a little food, working on some stuff. I managed to loot a little bit of iron and a diamond, which was very handy. The iron let me make an iron knife, which is what I was doing to cut up some fish for the food. You can see I died. I actually died more than once. And the diamond I can put on my pick, which not only increases its mining level right off the bat, but it also increases its durability. So that's a real handy thing to have early on. Made some glass. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Tinker's tank. Whoops. I got to do at Tinker's. There we go. Okay, there we go. Seared fuel tank. And I think I can make 2 of those. Yes, I can. And as you can see, I used a little bit of the iron to make a bucket. Ooh, Tibico. Neat. Okay. I'll have some of that later. For those of you who don't know, Tibico is flying fish roe. I apparently got that when I was hunting some fish. Let's see. Stonematic. I won't need the comma for now, because I'm going to go mining. Won't need that. A little bit extra. Let's grab some. 8 will be enough. That'll give me 32 torches. And that should be good enough to go mining. So I'm going to go pick up some iron, probably some copper, a few other things, and grab enough. Well, I got clay. You can see yeah, scattered. There we go. Bunch of clay. So that should make getting Tinker's Smeltery and stuff easier. I have some andesite, so I'll be able to get into create, do a little bit of that. This is here. I found some rosewood, which is very pretty. I mean, this doesn't do the actual rosewood justice. I've worked with rosewood. It's a very pretty wood. And this is a Murado, which I've never actually seen Murado in real life. I do a lot of woodworking with exotic woods. I make pens and stuff, but that's one I haven't seen. Still, looks pretty cool. So I'm going to go do some mining. Should probably make a sword first, and then I will return once I find some ores and some lava. Hello everyone, and welcome back. Yeah, so I did go do a little mining, and probably want to keep that. Found just a little bit of diamond, some redstone. Cool. I also picked up some gravel so I could do grout. As you can see, I've got 2 stacks of grout, which is good. I'm only going to do a small number of them in the furnace, because if you put them in a smeltery, you get twice as much, which is always pretty nice. Now, as you can see, everything comes in chunks. So let's take a look. You make 1 zinc dust, and turn into zinc ore. Interesting. But, yep, that's 1. Just like you would expect when cooking it normally. And crushing, get 100% chance of 1, 60% chance of an additional 2 crushed zinc. At that rate, 60% for 2 means you're going to average just 20% more than 2, so 2.2 roughly. and a 10% chance of crushed gold, which is kind of cool. This apparently has a less chance of doing that, so this is milling is much less efficient. The Crusher Spirit, of course, doubles or times 6 if you get the high level ones. You can alloy 2 zinc to make 3, not bad, but melting, you get 2 ingots in the smeltery, so typical ore doubling, or 1 ingot and 3 nuggets in the melter. That in 1.165, that is the standard ratio for using a melter on ore. So you get 1.3 out of it. But 3 nuggets in a foundry, that's not good. But if we do uses for grout, you can see you can make the puny smelting book. Blasting, it's going to give you 1, but as I said, melting will give you 2 ingots instead of 1. So that really does improve your ratio. So that's what I'm going to do right off the bat. So what do you need to start off with a Tinker's Smeltery? Well, to start off, a seared fuel tank will work underneath. You don't need the seared heater. So you will need the Seared Melter. So let's take a look at how much we need for that. A Seared Melter is this. So you need 5, the Seared Fuel Gauge, which is another 4. So you need 9 right off the bat. Then you need 3 for a faucet. So now you need 12, and you will need a casting table. 12 and 7 is 19. So you need at least 19. Then that will just start you off and it'll get you the basic one. And then you can go straight into doubling, which you can do automatically fairly easily, except I don't have the gold cast. So I will need to make a gold cast, which will require 1 ingot. Problem with that is these gold chunks will only give you it will give you 1 ingot if you smelt it, but it'll give you 1.3 in the melter, so you can't really do that because then you need to make a nugget cast and all sorts of things. Now I believe I said 19, which 1, 2, 3. Do that. I need a little bit more. Take the charcoal out of that. And then I will need 1 piece of clay, which I will use to make the brick so that I can make the ingot cast. As long as it's still going, I will pop that in there. And that's clearing up. So I have 13 glass. That'll be enough. Let me just grab this 4th one. And you can make the seared gauge, which is corners. There might be a cheaper way to do this, but it's not all that expensive anyway. There we go. And then we'll put it there. And now we need the 5 that are around it. I'll put one of these liquid tanks down. This is going to be very temporary. I'm just using it for grout. And there. Probably won't need that. But now we just make a chest. Actually, I will need 2, 3 chests. Should have just done that. Now, make a hopper. Put the chests in here today. No, they're there. Okay. So, set it up. Put a chest there. Put a hopper there. There we go. Seared Melter. That'll go there. I think you can pull off the sides. I don't really want to rotate it. So if I go in here, you can see that it connects and it gives you lava. I'm just going to pop grout in there so it'll start. It's 5, and I have one more sitting in my thing. So, yeah, I'll do a few more just so that I don't waste the charcoal. Now, we'll do this. And 1. And that'll go there. And I do have a little bit left because I kind of screwed that up. And I really should have... Oh, yeah. Okay. 1 block, 2 ingots. So, of course, I messed that up. I will need 7 more so I can pull out most of that and then pop the blocks. Well, I could actually use a sand cast for this. Let me grab an ingot of something. Did I? There we go. Okay, so might as well show you how to make sand casts. Go ding, like so. And 1 block of grout or seared brick, the result, is going to be 4. So I have 6 in there. So I will need 6 sand casts. You can see 1 sand turns into 4. And what you do is you go like that, then you put it in, and that automatically extracts it, which is a little annoying, but you know. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go. Now the other thing I'm going to need is a lever. Cobble. That. Now if you do that, maybe it has to be up here. Or maybe it just doesn't work on the melter. I mean, that's always possible. Yep. Oh, right. Or it could be. Yep. Okay, that was the problem. So basically, if it doesn't have a recipe that it can use, it just says, nope, not going to do it. I can do that. Reorganize that so it's a little quicker. Obviously, as you can see, sandcasts are 1 use only. I believe that means I have done. Yes. So, that's a blank bolt. That is not what I wanted. Can I melt it? Yes, I can. So I'm going to shut that off. And I am going to put the clay brick there. Now you can see it's melted. Click there. And now we have an ingot cast. So now I can turn this on and it will basically run automatically. So I am going to put in a little bit more grout. So that'll run okay. What I actually need now is another hopper just to fully automate this. And it's not going to go to waste because I'm going to put it on the actual main smeltery rather than the melter. So what the heck, 5 more iron. Yeah, I didn't think I can have trouble sparing that much. Pardon me 1 second. So I also have a chisel floating around, so that'll be also pretty nice. And I'm just setting up my building blocks here. Now, I'm going to actually go because, as you can kind of tell, I'm getting a little hungry, but let's... Oh, that's interesting. We can use it a few times. So I'm going to go and get some... What do you call it? Food. Wow. I should know that right off the top of my head, shouldn't I? So yeah, I'm going to go and get some food, and then I will return. Okay, so I'm back. I made quite a bit of seared brick, as you can see. So yeah, a little over 3 stacks. I made a seared heater. If you put the seared heater in there and pour copper over it, you get a smeltery controller. Made 4 additional copper ingots, which is going to be for a pair of seared drains. I believe this is the way. At the drain? Yes, it is. There is also another thing you can do, which if you do it in the opposite direction with the copper here instead of here, that will allow you to hopper in items into it. Basically, it's automatic. So there we go. And that is the basics of the smeltery controller, the full smeltery. So I'm going to grab all this stuff. And just grab this. Okay. Now it's still daytime outside, which is good. I made a little bit of sushi. Just grab some fish, and it's very easy. Just a rice kelp, dried kelp, and fish, which you can cut on the board. So that's pretty easy. There are more complicated sushis that do more things. Like this one here, as you can see, a lot of different ingredients required. And then it gives you more grains, fruits, proteins, vegetables, and it'll also give you speed, saturation, and fire resistance. So the sushi mod is kind of neat. Tobacco crab cheese, California. California roll without cucumber. That actually looks pretty good. Anyway, time to start setting up a smeltery. Do I have the chisel on me? Thought I had grabbed that chisel. So did you hear that? Yeah, there we go. Stop bugging me, I'm in the middle of something. Right. Okay. So for the smeltery, I'm going to just start off with a 4x4. Depending on how much we have, I will build it up however high. So there we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a few of these. Not quite all of them. There is one piece I want to make. Now, if you take some seared bricks like that, and then take a couple like so, yeah, seared ladders. These are actually pretty cool. Yeah, it'll help you climb the smeltery. Then I'll just one more of these, and one more of these, and one more set of faucets. I'm missing a faucet. Never took this one off. Okay. So, what my preferred brick version is the fancy bricks. So if you just go in here, do that. Is that not going to let me do that? Okay. Now let's take a look. Are the fancy bricks not in here? No, they are. Fancy seared bricks. Well, it looks like you need a stone cutter to do that. But I can do seared brick slabs and make a bunch of fancy seared bricks. So, guess we're going to have to do this the annoying way. Now, most of the time, Chisel handled this, so I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. Fancy seared bricks. I haven't been able to figure out how to get rid of the death tags. If you look in the map, they're not actually showing up as waypoints. I'm going to have to look into that, and I'm sure there's going to end up being more. Okay. 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Then we'll put the drains on the corners. Put the not there. Right. There. And there. And of course I missed that again. Okay, so seared ladder, like so. We'll put the drains here and here. Now we grab the controller there. We'll also need a tank. Yeah, I might as well use a full one. So I am going to put it here so that it's easy to see. Now, finish off the rest in bricks, and I'm not going to have enough. 2, 3, 4. Now I have 2 left. Let's see. I wonder if it'll let me do 2 tanks. Good. So I can finish up getting a little more grout and everything in a bit. But this will give me the basics. So set that up. Need one of those. And what we'll do is we'll set up the basins on one side and these on the other. Set that there and there. And that's a very basic smeltery. If you look, you see it's 4 buckets and 650 millibuckets because, of course, I burned through all the grout. This one is going to be 650 millibuckets, so they hold 4 buckets apiece. Now I'm going to want to expand this up. The reason why I do a 4x4 is if you expand it high enough, you can set it up so that it will do, say, half a stack at a time, which is handy because that's a multiple that Minecraft knows how to deal with. Another possibility for it, depending on what you like to do, would be set it up on a 3x3. And if you set it up on a 3x3, that lets you do 9 at a time, which will be 2 blocks because of the ore doubling. Again, also fairly handy. Let's see, do I have, there we go. Okay, so the inside is lit. So that's good, because if you do have anything in here and a mob spawns in it, you'll get blood, and that's kind of annoying. One of the things I have to do very soon now is go out and try and find a sheep, because I have been unable to find a sheep or flax or anything that will get me string, so I haven't been able to make a bed, which is annoying because that means I'm stuck in here while it's night. Yeah. So I am now going to wait through the night, and then I will poke around and do some other stuff. Okay, we're gonna go on an adventure. It's raining, which is kind of annoying, but on my way here from spawn, because I am playing on a server, I passed a bunch of loot, and of course, not having had a base set up, I have absolutely no inventory space. I apologize if that was low. I had moved my microphone out of the way, and yeah, we've cut our ants, gorillas. Neat. Anyway, as I was saying, going on, I will need these. Sorry. I am easily distractible. Okay, so I passed a bunch of loot on my way here. Scalding monkey brush. No idea what that is. Anyway, so I'm just going to go and grab it. Let's see. Pink. Peach seeds. Hey. Oh, of course. You did get annoyed at me. Well, I'm actually not that far. I did figure out how to get rid of the death web waypoints if you type Control B. The only problem is that is also the same key that turns the navigator, or rather narrator, on and off, which it sucks. So you can get rid of them, but then you have voice to text to voice. Yep, and yeah, text to voice is always annoying. Wow. Supposedly daytime, but yeah, this rain keeps all the annoying people shooting at you. That was already looted, but I may go in there for shelter after I get my stuff. This stuff here is sea oats. You can't actually do anything with it. It's like not actually food, which is annoying. It would be nice if you could make something out of it. You can use it for, I don't know, it was like, no, I have no idea what it is, because I am in the middle of stuff. And here we go. Now I can deal with this. You notice that the creeper isn't exploding? I have a charm that lets, or a trinket that lets that happen, which is pretty nice. The trinket, I'm heading in the wrong direction, aren't I? Yes, I am. Well, in my case, it's R, and as you can see, creepers targeting me will not spawn an explosion, and Bigfoot baby monsters will be scared of me. That's also pretty nice, because baby monsters are annoying. I am going to go and loot that temple, but because it's marble, I actually do need my pick, which is one of the other things I was going out to do. I really have got to make a bed so that I can set my spawn point. See? No boom. Handy. Gonna go down here and hopefully that skeleton won't see me. This does seem to have spice of life in it, by the way. It is not the normal carrot edition or stick edition, I think. So it might be something else. But if you look, you can get certain percentages of all the different things, and if you build those up, you will get extra health. Before I died, I managed to be up about half a heart, which isn't a lot, but considering I haven't been able to automate food. Oh, bee's nest. Yay. That's doing pretty well. Hopefully that gorilla still isn't mad at me. Okay. Yay. So. Good, some rice. I can make some more sushi with that. And wheat will give me some bread. Also nice. Don't need that right now. Okay. Now, I believe there's another one in here. Yes, there is. Here we go. That was the, oops. Cabbage. Don't have cabbage yet. Cool. Corn. Don't have that yet. Definitely. Raspberries. More rice and some shears. So that's good. Now then, it's night. But we can deal with that. Ooh, wheat. I totally missed that on my way by. 12. That gives me a good amount more bread. Yay. So, off to maybe the right direction. I'm going to take a look. See map. Where is the temple? Normally they're pretty distinctive on the map. Ah, there we go. So I want to go northeast, which is that away. Right? Still heading in the right direction? Yes, I am. And that's really annoying. $350 is the closest or the furthest? I was heading this way, so it's probably the closest. So I'm going to wander around, probably die 6 more times, and I will be in the temple and show you what's next. Okay, we're back in the Astral Temple. So I was somewhat pessimistic. I only died twice more. So now that we're here, we do the typical astral thing, where we just drop a crafting table down, and the collector crystal will transform it. Once you make sure that it's exposed to sunlight. There's normally, yeah, I'm in the middle, so do that. And there we go. That should do it. Maybe the collector crystal doesn't even like water. So I can, oh, no, still. Well, let me get rid of it regardless. Get rid of the water, I meant. There we go. Okay. Now the water will go away. And apparently there's another source block. I do wish there was a way to figure that out. Yeah. That it. And that looks like the other source block that I need. There we go. Right. Okay, there we go. Now you can see that little star thing, and we get our luminous crafting table. Good. So that will let us start off Astral when we get a chance. Assuming I went into my inventory. Yes, it did. Let's do a bit of eating. And now let's see what else we got. A little bit of constellation paper, ender pearl. That'll be nice. Oop. Right here. Iron, gold, and another constellation paper. Neat. A little bit of aquamarine. Is there one over there? No, there isn't. Good. So, time to pop back home. That's my death waypoint. So I went ahead and about northwest. Not quite direct northwest. I believe it's west northwest is what they call that. Anything I can get rid of? Sticks. I think I need spider. Don't need those. So, didn't drop a string. Oh well. Yep, we can try to accumulate enough string that I can build a bed too. Just pretty much anything that works. Right, don't have any sticks, so. Which, huh? Okay. Just re-chisel all that. Don't need the raw flesh, really. Hello, Mr. Panda. You know, it would be nice if you helped out and killed one of those zombies for me. Okay, and we're back. So I'm just going to put this here for now. I'm going to have to open up the Astral Tome and deal with that. I wonder if I think the last time I did this, the Akashic Tome wasn't liking doing this. Is that Astral? No, that's Astral. Okay. Yeah, constellations. Right, so these are the ones I know. But a lot of times there's supposed to be like a tab across the top. Maybe that opens up later on. I'll have to try. But normally you can store your constellation paper in here, unless maybe it's shift click. There we go. Okay, so now you can store it in there, and it takes up a lot less room. Vetus, Armara, Decidia, Evorcio. Right, and if you watched my all the magic playthrough, and that was probably in the first two. If you sat through those, I do thank you for bearing with me. The faint constellations come later in the mod. You have to do some progression before those work. So just because it says there's nothing there doesn't mean that that constellation paper won't be useful in the future. Really need to organize this, but as usual, it's kind of a pain. Wonder though, 41 grams and 43 grams. Yeah. Yep. That's what I thought. That does work. So I can probably add the shrimp together and stuff like that. But if I have my timing right, I believe that is probably long enough for a video. Don't want to go too long because people don't like that. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I will try and get a little bit of stuff done before my next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good time.